You have 5 new messages. Message 1. Message deleted. Message 2. Hi Michael. Message deleted. Message 3. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for calling. Message deleted. Message 4. Hi again.
Is this on? Hey guys. It's your girl Safia So Fly, and this is No Shade. You know, it's actually kind of crazy because I have been wanting to do a podcast for a really long time, and I always thought that there would be somebody sitting right here, right next to me. You know, there's a million times that I was like, I need a co-host, and a million different people, you know who you are, who have said that they would do this with me. But right now I'm here and I'm doing it solo. I'm ready to really take this industry by storm, and I'm ready to talk shit because honestly, a lot of y'all be trifling. A lot of y'all do a lot of fucked up shit and nobody calls you guys out. So this is the space for that. This is a space where we're going to talk our shit and we're going to say whatever needs to be said. No filter, none of that. Today, I really wanted to start off and just talk about some of the things that made me who I am and brought me here, because I think that everything in life is a journey and all of the things that we experience shape us into who we are today. And I've been through some shit, y'all. I've been snaked by a lot of y'all. I've been hated on by a lot of y'all. And at this point, I'm back and I'm better, and God continues to keep blessing me. And I know you guys are mad. This is the same people who are coming up to me like, congratulations on your YouTube channel. But like, did you comment? Did you subscribe? No. So why the fuck are you telling me that congratulations? Like, I hate that shady ass, fake ass shit. Like, we're not here for that. I always tell people I don't have friends. I'm not like into friends, but that like doesn't take away from the amazing relationships with people that I do have that I would be honored to consider a friend. It's just that I think the word friends and friendship has been tainted, because I think that friendship is often associated with ownership. And when you think that like somebody owes you something or that you own them, it taints the sincerity of that relationship. So when I say I don't have any friends, that's no shade to all my friends. I fuck with y'all, but it's just saying like I don't owe anybody shit. And there's not anybody on this planet that can tell me what to do, what to say, who to talk to, what to be, where to dress like. Because a lot of y'all really fucking try to tell me how to dress. First of all, do you see me? You can't tell me how to dress. That's something I'm really like, I know how to do. So keep that shit to yourself. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like I've really grown as a person, and I'm really at the space where I can really share this part of my life with you guys, and I can make you understand that you can be confident, you can love yourself, you can be vulnerable, and you don't have to conform. You know, at heart, I'm an anti-conformist. I'm a rebel. I'm a fucking rock star. I be saying that all the time. Y'all peep the shades. I'm a fucking rock star, and no one can tell me anything. So that's really like the foundation of No Shade, is like, I want people to come on here and tell their stories, talk their shit. We're not gonna name drop because I'm not trying to get sued. No defamation suits over here, but so no name dropping. But you know who you are. So I hope you cringe when you watch this. I hope you cry, actually. Like, I hope it feels, you know, I'm kind of evil. I'm a little mean, you know, like people are like, Safia, you're so nice. And I just kind of laugh like, ha ha. No, I'm really a bitch. Unapologetically too. Like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. You see me? I look good. I could be a bitch. It's okay. No, a lot of y'all are going to hate me, and I love to be hated. So if you also love to be hated, I feel like this is a space for you. I really want people to come on this show. I have a dope lineup of guests ready for you guys who are going to definitely talk shit. I honestly want to say thank you to every single person who's ever fucked me over, because now you have turned me into the person I am today, and I couldn't love who I am today more. So really shout out to you. If I ever like win an Oscar or a Grammy, I don't even act, I don't sing, but if I ever do, you know, they might just give me an honorary one because I'm just that bitch. But if I ever win one, I'm going to definitely shout out the ops first, because, you know, you made me who I am, and I can't thank you enough for that. A lot of people never wanted to see me get here. You know, I'm talking like I'm really that bitch. I really am that bitch, though. No, but a lot of people didn't want to see me get here, and a lot of people don't want to see me get to where I'm going, and that's somewhere that's very top, like high. Like, I'm going to be at the top, and they always say the top is lonely, but honestly, the bottom is lonely too, with your fucking crabs in a bucket ass mentality. People, like, just because you guys are together doesn't mean you're necessarily like together. Like, doesn't mean you guys actually, there's a sense of support or like love there. It's just people trying to stand together in their own like inadequacy. I'm sorry, keep that shit over there. Like, I was so happy when COVID became a thing and people started social distancing. I was like, please stay 6 feet away from me. I don't want you anywhere near me. Like, get out of my energy field. Because at the end of the day, I feel like people will always try to project their own insecurities onto you. Anytime people tell me about myself, I laugh because you don't know me. And all you're doing is snitching on yourself. All you're doing is telling me what you think about yourself and how you feel about yourself when you call me these things. I might be the most hated person on TikTok. Y'all, my comments are insane, but I actually love them. The hate gets me paid more than the love, so keep boosting the engagement, baby. I love that. People always say, why do you respond? Why do you engage? And I'm like, you guys do understand that, like, the more I engage, the more they hate, the more I get paid. It's a cycle. Watch them ignore me now after this. They're going to be like, nobody watch her shit. Don't watch it. Okay, but don't watch that. No shade. Y'all suck anyways, so it doesn't matter. If you're on a burner, don't chat to me. If you can't talk shit with your face, don't even come my way. Because, like, I say shit with my whole chest, with my whole face, with my whole government name attached to it. And I co-sign that. This message was sponsored by Safia Malin. Thank you very much. It was. And that's how I am at the end of the day. There's a lot of things that I want to touch on today. And, like, there's a lot, first of all, I want to give a shout out to everybody I don't talk to no more. Because I know you're watching this from your fucking raggedy ass bed. Go change your bed sheets. I know you're watching this and you're like, oh, this bitch thinks she's so cool. I am. And you're not sitting here. And that should tell you more about yourself than anything. Because, like, here's kind of lit. But honestly, like, I feel like I'm very loyal. I love people. I love love. And I feel like I've spent the better part of my life being loyal to those around me and really going hard. Like, one thing about me, I'll take a bullet for the people that I love. And these are the same people that are pointing the gun at me. So it's like, now I'm really at a place in my life in adulthood where I'm just like, yo, fuck everybody. Like, really, it's just like, I'm main character. All of y'all are secondary characters. This is a simulation. This is a video game. And y'all are not even fucking real. Like, when I think about people, and I always tell people, like, you should be unapologetically selfish. And, I kind of get a lot of, like, side eyes for that because people are like, what do you mean I should be selfish? You have to be selfless. When you move with grace and you move with God, you're already naturally selfless. I've always been someone that overextends myself, and I've been a people's pleaser. I've been there where I'm like, I have to, like, give more than I have. I'm pouring into people without pouring into myself. And I'm done doing that. Like, at 26 years old, all my time, energy, and attention goes back to me. And that's okay. Like, I think a lot of people try to demonize people that love themselves. And it's like, no, bitch, go love yourself. What the hell? But yeah, I think that this podcast is going to get really interesting. It's going to be real spicy. I think that a lot of people are not going to like what I have to say, what my guests have to say, but that's the whole point. Like, we don't care. And we want that. We want to have these conversations that people don't want to have. The hard conversations that people are like, damn, like, we're tired of hearing about the same fucking shit over and over and over again. Microphones should be taxed. Y'all should pay rent on these motherfuckers. Stop fucking starting a podcast. And yes, I'm gonna cuss. If you don't like to cuss, bye. This is not the space for you. This might be 18 plus. I'm sorry, kids. Don't watch that. But honestly, like, yeah, we're tired of hearing about your relationships. We're tired of hearing about 50-50 split the bills. We're tired of hearing about all of these topics that don't pertain to any real value. And not saying that talking shit pertains to real value, but goddamn, is it entertaining when you get to spill the tea and talk about things that people are too scared to talk about. I'm sorry. I don't owe anybody anything, and I'm here to say it with my chest. So that's really what No Shade is about. I'm here to talk my shit and tell these stories. There's a lot of things that I'm going to, like, share. A lot of people that are going to be like, damn, you should have kept that private. There's this, like, it's kind of like to, like, be secretive and mysterious and so cool and, like, don't share your life story. You're not cool either way. First of all, let's start there. Like, nobody gives a fuck. You're not that important. So you might as well just spill the tea and entertain us. Because at the end of the day, acting like you're so bougie with, like, deleting your Instagram, recreating your Instagram, being on private. Like, I get a lot of heat for being on social media. I get a lot of shit for being on social media. People are like, you overshare. Okay, bitch, but you're still watching. So who's really winning? Like, if I'm on your screen and you're watching me, I'm sorry, I'm winning in that situation. Like, you don't get to tell me you overshare while still watching me. Like, turn it off, move, scroll, swipe, but you won't because I look good. and I'm saying shit that's real that other people won't say on your timelines, on your For You pages, on your YouTube. Like, this is it. This is real. This is raw. One thing about me too, like, I have a lot of friendships. I've had a lot of friendships that just ended really fucking bad. And one of the main reasons why they ended bad is because I would show up in all that I am, and a lot of the people around me would want me to dim my light. So if you're somebody who demands a lot of attention and you're somebody who walks into rooms and you automatically like own that room, then, and you'll probably relate to this, there's going to be people who try so hard to get you to be less than who you are so that they can be more than who they are. A lot of the times we'll see people like behind people who are really successful or influential. There's always other people who are not as successful and not as influential, but are much more in tune with who they are and have the vibration that people are craving. And a lot of those times, those people are getting siphoned by the ones who are more successful or influential. And I'm here to speak for those people, the people who are behind the scenes that are getting siphoned because they actually have it. They have that it factor, and it's like they're being put in this box almost and caged up. And I think in this world, there's narcissists and there's codependents, and the two tend to attract each other. And a lot of the times, I think there's a stigma on narcissism, but there's not enough of a stigma on codependency. Codependency is just as evil, just as bad, and just as lame as being a narcissist. Because at the end of the day, coming from a reformed codependent myself, I'm telling you right now, at least the narcissist, they are the ones in control. They're in the driver's seat, right? The codependent is in the back seat. You're not even playing passive princess at this point. You're literally in the back seat with no control over your life because you're so dependent on these narcissistic people. And then the relationship dynamic is off. It's imbalanced. And as someone who was like that, who was so codependent on the people around me, whether that be my friends, my relationships, or my family, I think that now I can actually see the evilness in that. A lot of the times people will victimize themselves, and playing the victim is often like something that like you get empathy for when you're a victim, and like the victimizer gets a lot of heat. But the victim and the victimizer are two sides of the same fucking coin. If you are getting victimized and you are a victim, you're just as bad as the person who's doing the victimizing, because at the end of the day, your first boundary and your first form of protection is yourself. So anytime someone is able to victimize you, you have to take accountability for allowing that to happen. And that's the hard pill that the victims will not swallow. It took me a long time to realize that I was playing a big part in the abusive relationships and friendships that I was in, because I was allowing these things and I wasn't using my voice and I wasn't saying, hey, I'm not okay with that. And that's why, like, for me, no shade, even the concept of like the name No Shade, it's like, I'm gonna say all the shade. First of all, that's the point. This is gonna be shady as fuck, and I hope you get offended. But no shade, because like it's the truth. And if you're getting offended by the truth, then you gotta like, I'm sorry, like you have to reevaluate your priorities, because the truth is the truth, and that shit don't change. So at the end of the day, like, I'm really in a space where I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to be sharing this with you guys. I think this is gonna be a dope chapter in my life. Peep the shades. Yeah, peep them. Peep them good. Thank you very much. It's So Fly Shades. They're launching on the 17th of July. And I think that like, it's so dope. I've always wanted to be like in an entrepreneur and creative space. And this is really like me taking that step that a lot of people said I couldn't do, said I wouldn't do, and really doubted me. And it's like a big fuck you to everybody who really said, oh, you know, like Safia's not really about it. Safia just likes to talk. Well, now I'm talking. And what about it? So at the end of the day, I'm ready to like just take over the world. Like whoever said you can't do it all never met Safia So Fly. At this point, I'm just talking shit. Like the main purpose of this podcast really, like I said, is to help people find security in their own stories and understand that you don't always have to take the moral high ground. Yo, I sound like the fucking devils. Like, but I'm just saying, like, you don't always have to take the moral high ground. You don't always have to be the bigger person. As long as you are centering yourself and as long as you are the main character in your own life and you're making sure that you know, like, your own boundaries, and also like just to give this disclaimer, don't just go all willy-nilly talking shit and like trying to fight people, you guys. Like that's not conducive. That's not going to help you. Like at the end of the day, whatever you engage with, you're going to get multiplied. So if you are engaging in toxic, low vibrational, negative energy, that's what you're going to get more of. And that's not the purpose of this podcast. And that's literally why I called it No Shade, because at the end of the day, I'm not engaging with your negativity. You keep that negativity over there. I'm just telling my story, and I'm taking away the stigma of storytelling, because way too often do we tell people like, shh, just, just charge it to the game. Don't say anything. No, speak on it. Say it. Warn other people. But like I said, don't name drop, because I'm not trying to get sued. So, but say it with your chest. Tell the story. Spill the tea. We want to know. And we can learn from these horror stories. Like I had a friend fully run me out of Atlanta, you guys. I moved to Atlanta in 2020 at the beginning of the pandemic. My girl decided to move in with me. Fully told me she's going to stay for 2 weeks. And then she moved into my apartment with me. Bitch is not paying rent. She's not helping me with groceries. She's not doing shit but being in my house and going out every single day. And the kicker of it all is she's telling niggas that it's her house. Mind you, I pay rent. Like, it's very expensive rent. Buckhead, Atlanta, it's not cheap to be paying for a 2-bedroom in Atlanta by yourself. Just me. Homegirl's couch surfing. Well, technically she had a room because it's a 2-bedroom, but like still. And then she's out here telling other people in the industries that I work in, yeah, she doesn't live here. Like, she lives in Seattle, and I'm just like, she's crashing with me. Like, you flipped lives with me in that moment. And like, that's crazy. Like, she wouldn't leave. And instead of being the person that I am today, which Safia today in 2024, that shit would never fucking run. Like, I would be like, bitch, get the fuck out of my house. But Safia back then was a people pleaser. And I was somebody that I didn't know how to set those boundaries. I didn't know how to have those conversations. I didn't know how to like choose me. So what did I do? I left the whole city. Literally left the whole city, and homegirl literally didn't leave. Like, she didn't think I was actually gonna leave until I was at the airport. That's when she booked her ticket to leave as well. Because where are you gonna stay if I'm leaving? But over the last 4 years, I've learned a lot about myself. The girl I was then and the girl I am now are literally not even close to being the same. And I've learned exactly who I am. And I think that I always say my superpower is knowing myself. I have the highest sense of self-awareness. And I really want to show you guys that I'm not the only one. A lot of my guests you'll see also have really high sense of self-awareness. And we're not approaching these stories. We're not approaching these conversations from we want to just talk shit and like bash people, which obviously that's going to happen because some people need to be bashed and humbled. But for the most part, we're going to be coming from the perspective of like, this is what I learned. This is what happened to me, and this is what I learned from it. Because at the end of the day, being a victim is not it. That's not what we're doing on this channel. That's not what we're doing on No Shade. It's no shade. We're just telling the truth, right? Like, so yeah, I'm your host, Safia So Fly, and I really think that this is gonna be a dope experience. I think that we're really gonna build something special here, and I honestly think that as time goes on, we're going to see more and more people wake up to the fact that they don't have to just swallow it. You know, the best way to heal from things is to vocalize it, to talk about it. That's why therapists get paid a lot of fucking money for you to sit on the couch and tell them your problems. Well, I'm not a therapist, but like, shit, we could talk about your problems. Like, if that's what you need, that's what we can do that, you know? And I want to be like a space for everyone, regardless of your age, your gender, your race, your ethnicity, that they can come and watch this show and be like, hey, I can relate to that. I had a crazy ass friend run me out of my city too. Maybe you didn't, but maybe you did. And if you did, damn, DM me and tell me about that, because yo, I'm still shocked that happened, that I literally left. I left the whole, not even the city, I left the whole country. I said, you know what, fuck this. Let me go overseas. But I came back a better person, a bigger person, a stronger person, and way more like in tune with who I am. Even more recently, I had a friend. That's why I hate the word fucking friend, because it's so tainted by the amount of bullshit y'all bitches be doing. But I had a girl that I became close with. Fully, like, I rocked with her. Like, she was dope. And then all of a sudden, she's not so dope anymore. And it's because, like, a lot of the times people will feel threatened by the fact that you know who you are, and then you execute things better than they do because you know who you are. When you have a good sense of self and a good self-image, your ability to get shit done like increases tenfold. So A lot of people are not going to rock with that, especially considering the fact that most people are lazy fucking bums that don't get out of their fucking beds and they just cap for the internet. I swear to God, I know bitches that be posting shit from 3 years ago on their Instagram story and pretending like it's today. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck up and change those sweats and wash your hair, I'm sorry, like, get up, live your life. You only get one. Like, at the end of the day, it's so crazy how we live so much for other people. And then because we're living for other people, it seeps into how our relationships with those same people that we're living for. And we tend to treat people bad because of it. So yeah, like that girl, like, I guess she didn't like the fact that I was in her lane. She started acting weird, moving shady, you know. So I was like, you know what, no shade, but I gotta go. It ain't none to cut that bitch off. Hey, yeah, cut him off. Like, one thing about me, I will cut you off with a motherfucking quickness. There's no one in my life that I'm willing to like stay close with. I don't even talk to my own blood sister. We came out the same damn vagina. Do I talk to her? No, I don't. Because at the end of the day, I don't owe you shit. I was born alone. I'm gonna die alone. And at the end of the day, when I'm in that grave and God is judging me, he's gonna judge me alone. So nobody on this planet can take you out of yourself. So there's no point in living for other people. There's no point in hiding things for other people. At the end of the day, you just gotta really, like I said, center yourself. And people like to say, oh, you're self-centered. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You're cocky. Yes, I am. You're confident. Yes, I am. You're a bitch. Yes, the fuck I am. That I stand on. I don't know why being a bitch is an insult. Like, bye, bitch. Oh my gosh. Honestly, at the end of the day, like, as long as if you like yourself and you like your own company, this is the channel for you. If you don't really like yourself and you don't like your own company, you're probably going to get triggered. But that's okay. We like it when you get triggered, because triggers is the way, like, triggers is how you grow. Like, if you don't get triggered, you don't know what you need to work on. So, you know what? If something about what I'm saying bothers you, ask yourself, why does this bother me? Why am I like, what about what she's saying is so upsetting to me? What about what she's saying is so shocking to me? Is it how I'm saying it? Either way, analyze it. Ask yourself, like, what's the deal? Then you're going to start to realize in which ways that you are lacking and in what areas you need to work on, because you should be able to talk about like this and not give a fuck. Sure, there is beauty in humility. There is beauty in grace and all of those things, you know, of course, clap, clap. But I feel like as the world is conditioned to already see the good in those things, we already see the good in being humble. We already see the good in being graceful and being kind, and the values that we are taught from young. And those are values I still hold near and dear to my heart. I believe in kindness. I believe in human empathy. I believe in working together, loving on each other, supporting each other, and growing together as a collective community. But do I also believe in standing firm in who you are, being your biggest supporter? Too often are we our biggest enemies. We are our biggest haters. You guys, people look in the mirror every single day and they hate themselves. So I want to change the narrative that, hey, you can be your biggest supporter. And like, I really be telling people, like, people look at me crazy. I'd be like, yeah, I'm better than Beyonce. And they'd be like, bitch, you are not better than Beyonce. And maybe I'm not, but you don't have to think that. I can think that. And that's just me. You know, like, at the end of the day, I'm never going to sit here and say that I am not this, or that. If anything, I'm going to toot my own horn. I'm going to gas myself up. And that's because who's going to do it for you if you don't do it for yourself? That's really like the concept of no shade, is like, fuck you, but no shade though. It's all love at the end of the day. But yeah, I can't wait for you guys to tune in. This is going to be a good one. It's your girl, Safia So Fly, and this is No Shade.